I'm Whitney with the Yoga Art Space Studio here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I am very excited to talk with you today about the business side of doTERRA essential oils. I believe there are at least 4 things that make us human, including physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual sides of us. An important part of the physical side of us and of our root chakra is financial security, being able to provide for our needs and also being able to enjoy pursuing our goals and our passions without the only concern being how it will affect us financially. So first things first, there are 3 ways that anyone can participate in doTERRA. Anyone can choose to simply purchase doTERRA products at a retail price as natural solutions to many health and wellness needs we have in the family. To save money, a person can choose to become a doTERRA wholesale member and enjoy 25% off all the products for a simple enrollment fee of $35 per year and $25 for each subsequent year. In the renewal fee, you'll receive a bottle of peppermint oil as a bonus for staying on with doTERRA. Finally, if you're wishing to waive the enrollment fee completely, you can become a wellness advocate by purchasing an enrollment kit. There are many options for the enrollment kit, which currently range from about $150 to a few $1,000s for the kit that has every single essential oil in it. It's a price that almost anyone can afford. As a wellness advocate, you can also choose to build your own doTERRA business. You can start making money as a wellness advocate by purchasing at least 50 product value per month. As you begin to add people under you, you'll begin to build a team, and you rank up by continuing to make monthly purchases of at least 100 product value and building a greater amount of team purchases per month. The significant step is when you become elite by creating a team value of 3,000 product points amongst all of you. To continue growing from there, you help the people underneath you continue to grow in their businesses, as you all the while are adding on more and more people under you. As we grow, they grow. As they grow, we grow. It's a win-win situation. Now let's take a moment to step back and talk about buckets versus pipelines. There was once a man who made a living by walking miles to a water source. And then he would fill up a few buckets of water, load that up in such a way that he could carry the weight of them on his shoulders, and then he would walk back to his village. Water was in high demand, so he could always sell all of the water that he could carry. In order to make extra money, he would simply carry more loads of water back and forth. After years of doing business this way, the work began to take a toll on his body. He decided to make a change to invest in the future. He would still carry a load or 2 of water each day so that he could afford all of his family's needs. However, he started to use his spare time to put in a pipeline. There was a lot of work involved in that, shoveling, moving rocks. Years passed, and eventually came the day when he turned on the spigot for the first time. All in that town were blessed. Cleaner water came pouring abundantly. Water was able to be sold for cheaper, and he was able to make money every day for the rest of his life without ever needing to carry a bucket of water again. This is a win-win for everyone involved. That is the type of financial freedom that is possible with doTERRA. Let's talk for a moment about how we may or may not be doing the same thing in our lives. For several years, I was like the bucket carrier. I was working for a doctor's office. Just like the buckets, I was working at a 1-to-1 ratio. I would exchange each hour I worked for an amount of pay per hour. Because there's a limit to the number of hours I can work, I had a limit to how much I could be paid. I was working under the level of my degree, and there was no room for advancement at that office. The quality of my life was not that great. During the winter, it wasn't uncommon for me to go into work before the sun got up and to not get out until the sun was down again. If I didn't go outside during lunch, I wouldn't see the sun at all during the day. During my last 6 months there, I opened up a yoga studio and was teaching the majority of my classes at the studio while staying at that job full time so that I could guarantee to pay off the lease. I had no say in the doctor's goals at that company, so when the work was demanding more and more hours of me and it began to interfere with my ability to teach my regular classes, I began to be threatened with a demotion or a pay cut, or both, if I couldn't make it work out at that place. That's what it's like working for someone else. If you're lucky, in the best case scenario, maybe your employer will have a retirement plan. In the worst case scenario, you have no say in the goals. You have a limit, an overhead, a glass ceiling to how much you can make. And there's little or no room for advancement, while requiring usually degrees and prerequisites to even get into a position. What's the doTERRA difference? With doTERRA, as you build a pipeline, you can build true, lasting residual income with no limits on advancement or earnings. You can dream big and achieve without any sort of prerequisites. And the best of all is that you can choose your schedule. If you're a mom, you can be a mom. If you're a student, you can be a student. If you're a traveler, you can travel. All the while, you're helping to promote health and wellness among those you interact with. Can there be a greater goal than that? Why partner with doTERRA? Its growth is exponential, and it became $1 billion company within 7 years. The retention rate is 65% compared to the industry average of only 8%. Now the executive team is top notch, and I know firsthand they are completely filled with integrity. They refuse to make decisions that will cut corners. They ensure that the products are sustainably farmed, that every batch is tested every single time, so that you know that the quality of the oils is certified pure therapeutic grade. This company is the largest essential oil company in the world, and for a good reason. Now that we're well into this business side of things, let's talk about money. What kinds of earnings can you expect to make? The more you grow your business, the more money you can expect to be making. As mentioned earlier, things really start taking off when you reach the level of an elite. At that point, you've probably enrolled around 15 plus people, and you're making around $300 per month. The level of income is practically limitless though. As you can see, the presidential diamonds make an average of more than $112,000 per month. Per month. You can do the math to figure out what that means per year. And yes, that is more than $1 million per year. In addition to commissions made by selling the products for retail prices, you start off as a wellness advocate with a fast start bonus where you make 20% of your commissions back as long as you've sold at least 100 PV per month, product value again. You can see that the enroller and the enroller's enroller also get a bonus from this. Now we've also got the power of 3 bonus where you get an additional $50 per month if you and your top 3 wellness advocates, one level down from you, make a combined team volume of 600 PV. As this trend continues downward, the bonus grows to be that much larger, even $250 at the second level and $1,500 at the third level. Now this slide shows where doTERRA is preferred over other similar companies. As you grow, you'll want to add people into your lines and the lines of the people underneath you as well. In doTERRA, you get paid an increasingly larger percentage the further down you travel on your lines. Many other companies don't do that. They have a large percent that you get paid at your first level where you have the fewest number of people. doTERRA pays the most percent back to you in the levels where you'll eventually have the most number of people. This means that the returns grow to be quite large. Ultimately, 6% of the global profit for the month is also paid back to the top leaders in the company, with 2% being divided among all the ranks of silver, gold, and platinum, 1% going to all the ranks of the diamonds, the blue diamonds, the presidential diamonds, all diamonds, and then the extra 1% being distributed as shown. Your role is simply to share the oils, enroll customers and builders, and launch builders who want to do the same thing as you. How soon can you expect to grow? That depends on what you want to create. If you're wanting to simply earn some extra spending money, you consistently put in 3 to 5 hours per week, you work to enroll a few people per month, then you can earn around $300 to $600 per month and become an elite within 2 to 3 months. Now, if you wish to supplement your income with $600 to almost $5,000 per month, you'll want to work more like 10 to 15 hours per week, enrolling 4 or more customers and 1 builder monthly. And now, if you wish to replace and greatly multiply your income, you'll want to work 15 to 30 hours per week, enrolling more than 8 customers and 2 or more builders monthly. You can pretty easily grow to the rank of elite within a month with that particular goal. So now what? If you haven't enrolled as a wellness advocate and you like what you hear, please contact me. I am happy to help answer questions and get you started down this amazing path. Once you're enrolled, you need to select your goal based on how much time you're able to put into the business and also how fast you hope to grow. For instance, you can choose to become an elite rank in 90 days. It's even possible within 30 days if you really work at it. And 14 if you're super sharing with everybody that you know. Next, I recommend filling in the names of everyone you can think of. It does not matter if they ultimately reject or accept you. You extend the offer to financial freedom and greater amounts of health and wellness, and the rest is up to them. You can use wonderful tools such as this sheet to help you think of the names of family, friends, and those you know from the community. Lastly, reach out to your upline. We're happy to help you grow with new ideas and a vision of what you can do. I am Whitney, and I love essential oils. I love doTERRA as a company. Watch out for more videos I'll be making on questions such as this, and also on how yoga, essential oils, and meditations may be able to help you with the various situations you may be going through in life.